All right, hello everybody. Boat here, getting ready to play some Grand Prix Simulator on the ZX Spectrum. I've got it's the real 48K, and I've got it hooked up to a real Motorola E phone running through the headphone jack with the Specky Tapes app. But I do own an actual Grand Prix Simulator cassette. So we're going to check this out. This is a Codemasters game, so it should be kind of cool. Probably Oliver Twins shindig, maybe. This is a Johnny Dumfries Grand Prix Simulator. Oh my gosh. Are we really going there? Oh, this is no good. You definitely... This is how you know it's a legit Spectrum. You're right, Jonas. Make sure my tape player is... This thing's cranked up all the way. Alright. Let's just try it again. So, we'll try this one more time. Maybe second time's the charm. How are you, Jonas? What's new in the great state of Hawaii? You having a relaxing Sunday? I was painting for the last 2 hours, but I'm nearing the light at the end of the tunnel. Hey Duncan, it's possible that I have. I couldn't remember it, so I pulled it off the shelf. Well, we might not be playing it anyway, because we keep running into this tape loading error. So let's try another one. Why don't we try Gobbleman? Let's see. Yeah. Glad to hear it. Yeah, I've never had this particular issue before. I tried just kind of rejiggering it, seeing if that... This is only a 1 minute load. I might try the old take it out and put it back in, but it's weird because normally when the audio fails, it will fail right from the start. It's been beautiful here in sunny West Virginia in the high 80s, low 90s. Perfect summer weather. Boy, that's a lovely sound. How are you, Duncan? I guess it's late at night. Hey, Kurt. Welcome to the stream. Getting ready to play some Gobbleman, I hope. All right. It's another tape loading error. So, I'm just going to unplug the audio jacks and plug them back in. See if that helps me at all. This is normally, the way that I play everything is this way. This is a good one to test it on, though, because it's only a minute load. Try one more time. I might have to switch over to the emulator if this doesn't work, which saddens me because I love playing the real Spectrum. Did you watch Glastonbury, Duncan? They were talking about that over on Discord. This looks better. I don't think we got that second thing last time. Could be wrong. Oh, you don't see the capture card. Which is video capture device 2. There we go. Ah, here we go. You were right, Jonas. You'll reposition the audio jack. Did the trick. Okay. So this is a 1982 very early Spiky game. You must eat the dots as you travel around a haunted maze in which there are 4 ghosts that will do their utmost to catch you. Okay. Seems like something I've seen before. So let's look at our keys here. A, O, Q, A, O for left, and P for right. Okay, I can do this. Set the joystick aside. Do they air that on free TV, like on the BBC? All right. So this is very reminiscent of games that you'd find on PCs here in the States. Early IBM ATXT PCs in terms of, the very ASCII-y graphics. Not much in the way of animation. But still, a competent Pac-Man clone. At least they've changed the maze. Yeah, it does run fast. It reminds me, growing up, I only played Ms. Pac-Man, and it was only the fast version. So it kind of reminds me of that. The Pizza Hut growing up, which was one of the few places where I could play some arcade games. They had a Pac-Man machine. Oh, I've beaten the high score. Okay, so yeah, Gobbleman. Not much to write home about, but at least we used let's check out the cassette, shall we? See if there's any hidden treats in here. So this is an Arctic Computing. Here's the label on there. Got your semi-truck. Inside, looks like we've got limited documentation just about how to set up the Spectrum. Arctic Computing was located at 396 James Reckitt Avenue, Hull, North Humberside. Not sure if they're still there or not. I'm going to bet no. We're also advised that unauthorized copying, lending, or hiring is prohibited. And you can get arcade games, adventure games, and various utility programs are all available from Arctic Computing. The cover art on this is pretty rad. Check that out. It's very kind of Tron inspired. So that's pretty cool. Okay, so we've looked at Gobbleman. Now that we've got our problem licked, let's move on to some heavier fare. Let's try this Grand Prix simulator again. Now, last time on the last stream, I know that we played Professional Ski Simulator, which was a neat one. So let's load this up. You know, I'm surprised that no one has marketed a retro cassette player that works for the Spectrum. Maybe it's just because cassette players are just, they can be had so cheaply, and they're probably expensive to manufacture. They've got a lot of moving parts. So maybe I'm not as surprised as I thought I was. Yeah, Gobbleman, not about, you know, I'm constantly, the thing that the Spectrum has going for it is obviously the speed. The speed of these games runs so quick, with the exception of RoboCop, which ran like stone cold death. But you know, for the most part, especially the, you know, the ultimate play of the game games, just really fast. So Arctic Computing was just a flash in the pan. As the Spectrum goes, so did Arctic Computing. Yeah. Yeah, you're not kidding, Jonas. The phone is the way to go. Actually, the way to go is to have a flash cart solution. But I don't know. I feel like something is lost in the load times. And you need that. Do you need that? You need that for the multi-load games, don't you, Duncan? The auto stop and start of the tape. The Oliver Twins and Jim. I've got a British pint glass I'm drinking out of. This is a Samuel Smith Brewery, makers of my favorite oatmeal stout. Yeah, I'm never quite sure what to do in terms of how to operate that. Does the game actually tell you when to stop the tape? I've been dubbing some VHS tapes over to a hard drive, some old home movies, and some concerts from my college years. Check this out. It's got 2 big boxes of tapes that I'm going through. And Aaron loaned me his sweet VCR. I guess it kind of belongs to Aaron and Brent together. Or maybe it was a gift from Brent to Aaron. But it's got S-Video out, which is a rare find on a VCR. So I'm knowing I'm getting the best possible quality out of these old tapes, which the quality is rather suspect to begin with. So it sounds like the CPC kind of improved on that that sort of thing, that particular aspect of cassette loading. Well, I don't know if you can hear that, but that VCR really revs up the rewind. My dad, as he would record these, and it's only now, looking back, he spent the majority of my growing up years just taping my various concerts and things, even when I was in college. But my dad actually used a format called VHS-C, which the tapes are small. You know, this is an adapter, but you know, this is like less than half the size of a normal VHS tape. So you have to have one of these adapter cassettes to go through it, and so that's what I've been. But it's kind of nice because I'm using this Elgato capture card, and you can basically just set it up to say stop recording in 60 minutes or however long the tape is, so you know you won't miss anything and you're not chewing up hard drive space. And then you can crop the video, you can trim it right there in the program without having to re-render it, which saves me a ton of time. Yeah, I've heard that, Jonas. I think I've seen some YouTube videos about that. That's pretty incredible. That you can get really high fidelity audio recordings on a VHS tape. Although I guess because it is kind of a wider tape, it's like a reel-to-reel sort of deal. We are less than 1 minute away. Actually, we're coming up on 1 minute left for Grand Prix Simulator. All right. No. Yeah, this thing is a I'm sure that this this looks to be as cool as you can get. I mean, this is a this is a PAL, NTSC, CCAM, S-Video in and S-Video out. You've got your it's got special effects. I don't know what that means. It says Diamond Head Digital System Conversion, digital special effects. So this thing is pretty sweet. It's a Samsung. Yeah. All right, 10 seconds. Looks like it's drawing something in, so that's a good sign. All right, we did it. Okay. I don't know that maybe I have played this before, but I don't have any memory of it. Press caps E, define keys. Press 1 or 2 to play. I wonder if it just has joystick support out of the box. You're right, it has speech. Oh yeah, I remember this now. I think I've played this, but it was on the emulator. I don't think I've played it on the real Spectrum. This is a great game, though. This is a contender. I need to get Clive's Club to recommend this. Now, I chose a one-player game, I thought, but obviously my computer player is... Maybe there is no computer player. Maybe you're either racing against a real person or you're just racing against the clock. The game controls well. I mean, it's... It really reminds me of this game on the Atari called John Anderson Rally Speedway. Oh boy. Oh, I was doing so well. I don't know how I get out of here now. Ugh. Let's see. Okay. Game over. That's all right. Yeah. Okay. Let's try it again. Hey, Ricky. Hey, Dario. Welcome, welcome. So the way the controls work on this for the uninitiated is up is accelerate, down is decelerate, and then you're turning left and right to kind of negotiate yourself throughout this course. You know, I'm a huge fan of the top-down racing game, the Ivan Stewart Iron Man type experience. So this game is #1 with a bullet for me. It's a good question. It's a really impressive amount of speech that they put in there too. Yeah. the Oliver twins were all about the word simulator. It is questionable how much of a simulator this truly is. Oh, did I just do? I swear, I don't know. It just seems odd that I would make that same mistake twice on the final lap. Maybe at 90, 100 it runs out. Yeah. So are you saying that it's waiting for? Okay. Well, why didn't I get any bonus? I don't feel like I have a score either. Am I doing something wrong here? So is this a let's consult the instructions, shall we? It says a feature is a very competitive 2-player option, but obviously you don't have to play 2-player. Press 1 to start a 1 or 2-player race. That's it. Okay, well, let's try this. Let's try and do a 2-player race. Okay, here we go. So the 2-player race has three cars. I don't get that at all. Yeah, you spend a lot of your time drifting around these corners, but it's very intuitive. I can't tell you how much of a joy it is to be playing this on with my monster joystick. And I'm not even sponsored like Retro Man Cave is. This is a purely good faith promotion of monster joysticks. Huge fan. I've never seen any Hawaiian beer in the in West Virginia, Jonas. I don't know if I'm just not looking, or if West Virginia craft breweries have taken over the local scene. But I would love to try. Yeah, Ricky, this happens at the end of every race. You just turn off and you wait for the other computer guys. Yeah, not even Kona Brewing. The thing I'm drinking tonight is called a Hop Lift IPA, and it's from Minnesota. But yeah, I'll look again, but I don't recall seeing any. Yeah, I'm parking. It's hard to tell the difference sometimes. Yeah, I'll keep an eye out for Kona. I guess, are they the biggest one? All right. So I feel like we've, oh yeah. Let's see if there's any flavor text in here. 14 cunningly devised circuits under bridges, through oil patches, power sliding around corners, trying to beat the other drivers in the lap record. Huh. Interesting. I wonder how you select your course. Oh. Wait a minute. Why is there sound? And why can I not move anymore? Huh. Yeah, you see a lot of Lagunitas here in terms of like beer from far away. I don't know if you see any other West Coast beers that often out here. You can't quit out. So weird. All right, well, I'll try doing another one-player race again. I'd love to race against the... I did define keys. Well, I hit caps, but I just pushed random things, and I don't know. None of my keys seem to do anything, though, so... Oh, I go to... That's where I buy all my beer anyway, Jonas. I go to the big... I mean, these places have hundreds and hundreds of different kinds of beer. They probably have Kona. I've just never looked at it. Okay. Try this one more time. All right, it's over. Moving on. Why don't we try a little bit of Horus and the Spiders. So this is a... What I didn't realize till I got into the Spectrum, but Horus is sort of a storied mascot of the Spectrum by Scion with Melbourne House. This is a 16 or 48K game, so can't be expecting too much from the graphics. Horus and the Spiders opening up for Def Leppard this Friday at the Palladium. Okay, Horus. There it is. So this is after Horus Goes Skiing, but before Horus in the Mystic Woods. This is a 2-minute, 13-second load, so not too bad. And I want to thank, oh boy, somebody sent Aaron these games, and I can't remember who it was. Of course, Gary James sent me a whole bunch of stuff, but there was somebody else that sent Aaron these games, and he gave them to me to play. So I can't give him a shout out because I can't remember who they are. Horus and the Spiders is the third program in the highly acclaimed Horus series, featuring the lovable hero from Hungry Horus and Horus Goes Skiing. Help him survive the hazards of the mountain and the bridge before engaging the spiders in a deadly duel in their web. An exciting and visually outstanding interactive computer game. All right. I think a lot of it is sort of like with discs, Ricky. I think that it's all in how they're stored. You know, I'm not the biggest believer in bit rot. I'm not a bit rot apologist. I think most people that have that are the ones that are storing their discs in moldy old basements. You know, all of these tapes came in pretty good knack. They you know, they're not dirty. They're not mildewy. It's and I haven't had any problem with them. Of course, I haven't actually used any of the cassettes, so that might have something to do with my opinion, since I am loading all of this stuff off of a cellular phone. Anybody still using tapes out there? I'd love to fire these things up. Whoo! Like a bolt out of the blue. Okay, here we go. It's game time. What do we do? Boy, you just get launched into it here. All right, hold on a second. Okay, no joystick. Put the joystick away. Okay. Dario, I do not know if this is the UK version. I according to this program, there's only one version. Is there an international version that is different? Okay. QZIP. How do I move over? Oh, okay. Oh, interesting. Yeah, I'm gonna bet this is the UK version. But it would. Do you know if there are differences in the games? Jump! Jump! Come on. I don't know how to get off this thing. Yeah, that's really interesting, Dario. Thanks for bringing that up. You know, the Timex Sinclair is just such a weird thing here. Why they would release it in the States and make it incompatible with the huge amount of... Well, actually, I'm not sure if... Is the 2068, is that the one that they released in the States, or is this a different Timex machine? There we go. I saw a drop off it there. Oh, I'm screwed. No serum. Dangerous to go on. It's so funny that platforming section is just, it's one enemy, one jump. This is the screen that I can't really figure out. Because I believe that, I mean, you basically just mash and then drop. How do we drop? P. Oh, no. Yeah, there we go. I think I might be dropping too far. Oh, no. I made it. Okay. And... there we go. Anybody have any idea on what I'm supposed to do on this stage? There is no pause button available. Was it better than the 128K, Dario? Or the QL? Okay, let's consult the instructions. Horus can move around the web with the spiders and make holes in it by stamping until it gives way. Okay. Oh. Try it again. Oh, that can actually kill you. I was not aware of that. Oh my gosh. Well, now it just makes sense to die. Stomp on the webs, okay. We'll try that. I'm gonna start over again. I didn't have the best start in there. So I've sent my Atari 1200 XL away to get repaired. I sent it to a guy in the grand internet tradition. I sent it to a random guy on Atari Age. Oh my gosh! I either had great beginner's luck or I just totally lost my Horus skill here. Nope, dead. I believe that this is a British outfit. Even though you know, the Melbourne House thing, I want to say that this is England born and bred. I mean, you can't get much more British than Horus. Okay. Oh my gosh. Overthinking it. Just got to jump earlier. Okay. Boy, let's take a look and see what keys we can use here. V, B, N, or M. Oh. Okay. No, I shouldn't. I don't think I can traverse over there. That's right. Oh, no. No. You're supposed to fall in. Load runner style. Ah. If this was a joystick game with a button, I would be doing much, much better. I'm having key overload fatigue here. All right. Well, that was Horus and the spider. Kind of neat. Again, you know, would have been improved on. And it looks like there is a. Yeah, it says Horus can kill them by stamping on them until they drop into the web below. Oh, you're supposed to stomp on them while they're mending the gap. Okay, that makes sense. Well, I'll keep that in mind for the next time. I want to go ahead and move on over to the emulated Spectrum because we need a 128 machine to do this next game. We're going to play a little bit of the Addams Family. So I will switch this off and just kind of redo my setup here. Monitor back in its normal location. Okay, and bring this over here. So we are going to be playing the Addams Family on the 128K Spectrum. So I need to make sure I've got the right model selected, which is the... Okay. I have to remember where I put all the games. Well, they are, but they're not. The stomp key was kind of far away, and it's not like you can touch type on the with the Spectrum rubber keyboard. It was not easy. Okay, so here we go. Should be getting some music. The 128K. Hey, Angus. Well, if you found it to be hard, Duncan, then I'm definitely going to stick with easy. All right. And it doesn't look like we're getting any sound. Let's go ahead and add a audio output capture source. There we go. All right. Well, that was a lot of build-up. Shall we try her again? All right, we'll try another Addams Family file. We are running at normal speed. I wanted to make sure that that wasn't messing us up. All right. Oh yeah, the 128K. I mean, there was some stuff on there that was just really, really impressive. And the sound is just incredible. Okay. So we want the Kempston. So this is obviously a much different game than the, oops. Oh, that's a cheap death and a half. Than the NES, or the, oh boy, the NES or the Super NES version, which those two are different games as well. This one is almost like a Manic Miner kind of deal. Your jumping is interesting because it is a kind of progressive jump. Oh boy. Oh, I thought you'd be safe over there, but you're not. Luckily, I mean, they give you a lot of lives, which is a good thing. Oh boy, you're screwed now. Run away. Okay. For those of you that don't know, the Addams Family on the 16-bit platformers, or the 16-bit platforms, is my favorite platforming game of all time. So this game has a lot to answer for. You're right, Jonas. It does look like that. It looks like asteroids, or Space Invaders with the plastic. I guess Breakout and Space Invaders are the ones I'm thinking of. Now you have no offensive weapon in this game, so you've got to survive by your wits alone. Oh my gosh, that's so unfair. And of course you go back to the beginning. Holy cow. And of course there's lava. Wow. Star Castle? I'm not familiar with Star Castle. Oh man. Yeah, the color clash is real on the Spectrum. Some games, you know, they had some really neat tricks to get around it, and some games just didn't even bother. Oh my gosh. I really want to see what happens when I get that A. Or is that a floating platform? Let's find out. Okay, it's a floating platform, and I'm dead. Well, Angus, it's part of the job. Every week, we're tasked to play whatever games our Patreon supporters choose for us. And this week's game is the Addams Family. The music around the game is great. I wish they'd put it in the game. Okay, let's try this again. Oh, I feel like I'm getting better. Just want to plug Amigathon for anybody listening that may not know about it. Amigathon is coming up on July 20th, about 3 weeks away. It's our annual charity fundraiser for Children's Miracle Network hospitals. You can donate. We still have some space left on the Amigathon schedule. You can choose an Amiga game for us to play in the genre that we have available. You can go to amigathon.com for more information. Kill this guy. Yeah, 100 points. Can I go in there? Nope. I don't even know what those hearts are for. Thanks, Angus. We appreciate that. And don't worry, we're happy to be doing the show. Ricky, if you want to request Top Banana and you want to make a donation to Amigathon, you are welcome to. I actually wouldn't mind firing up the old TB again. It's been a long time. Oh man, I thought I was going to make it. Yeah, well, this game in particular is an odd one. Although the NES version of the Addams Family is not great either. The jump mechanic is just so wacky in this game. Okay, we're gonna move the other direction. Screw going left. It's all right from here on out. Can I go in here? Oh, I can. Yeah, just like there's no attempt to overcome the color clash. There are so many games that we've played where they've done really clever things to get around it or to hide it. This game, nope. So this is a totally spiked floor with this guy running around. Of course, I'm dead. Yeah, I know. It's hard to believe, right, Ricky? But, however, you know, the Addams Family for the Amiga, the best platformer on the system, in my humble opinion. I just wanted to make sure that would kill me. It did. Let's see what's over here. Yeah, those homemade weird games are, you know, really, really cool. And I mean, even this game has a certain amount of charm. It's just, and I don't even want to say it's way too hard because it's a lot like Manic Miner. You know, it's all about learning the patterns, getting the memorization, doing the pixel perfect jumps. You know, I don't think that this is an unfair game. It just requires a lot of rote memorization, and a lot of platformers did back in the day. Oh, geez. Super Frog is, you know, Super Frog barely squeaks in the top 5 for platformers, Ricky. I have a long list of complaints. I know Super Frog is a well-loved game amongst Amiga enthusiasts, but it is not a good platformer. It does not control well. The level design is not good. You know, it's well animated. It's got a really cool animated intro. It's got good music, but it is not a good game. It's not a great game. It's an adequate game. Let's try another route. You can check out my video on the channel where it's called Revisiting Super Frog, and I go over my long list of faults with the game compared to the better platformers on the Amiga. However, Super Frog is definitely the most charismatic original Amiga platformer. I mean, when you put him up against the likes of Zool or the Kid Chaos, Caveman, High School Dropout, Super Frog is like freaking Mario in comparison. Oh my gosh. Okay, maybe you just can't get by there. Oh, there's another door up here. I didn't see that. So I'll go in here. Wonder how you do that. These guys kill you? Yep. Oh, what a jump. Unfortunately, I think I needed him to get across this gap. Yeah, the jumping in this game is just way, way off. Like I said, it's like the longer you hold down the button, you jump a little bit, and then it's like at the end. This is a wacky game. At least I got to continue from right where I left off. You're given a generous amount of continues, which is nice. Man, I just feel like I should be able to make that jump. Okay, what happens if I just come over here? Nope. I guess right off the bat, you gotta jump. Yeah. And of course, if you don't make the jump, you're screwed because you're over here now and there's no way to get back. Well, yeah, I think the 128K Speccy was vastly more supported than the 128, the C128. I mean, I can't think of. Can you think of like 10 C128 releases that really made an impact? Like when I think about 128K games for the Speccy, I mean like RoboCop. Just the music from RoboCop is classic. You know, the Daley Thompson Super Test was a 128K exclusive. Yeah, this game is something else. There we go. Okay, let's try this. Go up here. Oh, come on. We can do this. Go up here. Oh, so close. There we go. And then a blind jump into nothing. And the spikes and you're dead. This is like one of those crazy Kaizo Super Mario World games that they make just to be really, really difficult. Well, guys, that's going to do it for this evening's stream. Thanks, Angus, for joining us. Jonas, always nice to see you. I'll be in touch about those Amigathon magnets as soon as we're done. Ricky, thanks for being here. Duncan, thank you for staying up super late. Dario, thanks for stopping by. Anybody else that is hanging out in the chat anonymously, thanks for being here. Make sure you tune in on this coming Friday for our Sinclair and Amigos. Until then, adios.